What is happening, everybody? Hello, and we're back, and we back from Lone Star Open back here in Chicago to stream TTS X-Wing. So we went from streaming a full weekend of in-person X-Wing, the first system open in North America. Went incredibly well, almost 30 people. XWA X-Wing, got to see the new scoring, the new scenario. We got to just see, rarely do we see in-person X-Wing being streamed. Shout out to Sith Taker Tim, who, as of right now, is probably streamed the most in-person X-Wing lately, in the last few months. But yeah, super awesome to be able to take our gear on the plane. There were no issues with any of that. Being able to set up and overall run a pretty smooth stream. We had our new dice on stream based on our TTS dice that we use, the blue evades and the white and red attack dice, the blue and white evades, white and red attack dice. And yeah, a couple little hiccups there, but overall went really well. And obviously what was one of the best parts about it is that we had a ton of people watching. You guys were incredibly supportive with our giveaways. We hit every single goal. Especially Isofane gifted, I think 50 subs. Lambolo gifted a ton of subs, and a bunch of other people helped and supported us and subscribed. And then we hit a bunch of new patrons as well, because we announced our new Patreon rewards for Q3. So we'll get into all of that jazz, but we do have X-Wing to play, and our first matchup here is going to be between the Blastors. We got Captain Taylor Bug, co-captain Bug, versus Grim, back for week 2 from Inexpert handling. I'm going to open up betting for y'all. I'll break down the list here in a moment, and we'll be good to go. I believe, have they started yet? I don't think we have started quite yet. We were just placing Iman, it looks like, but betting is open. When will LSO be available for patrons? I am working on getting the replays up. Let's see, today's Wednesday, later this weekend. I still need to get the replays of Pierogi up. I'm going to put a little disclaimer that it's using, old scoring, but that's going to be a tip for patrons probably by tomorrow. And then I think LSO by Sunday or Monday at the latest. Those will roll out for patrons. And Bender, thank you so much for the sub 18 months. Give me the Bezos bucks. That's the best way to use his Bezos bucks. Throw it to the streamer. We saw Commandos on stream twice. We saw Gauntlets on stream multiple times. We had all 7 factions on stream and Swiss. Yeah, it was just like really good to showcase just the versatility and overall health of X-Wing. And I had one person reach out to me who thought X-Wing, he's like, oh my gosh, what, like, I saw you're streaming LSO. Like, I thought the game, like, what happened? What's going on? Filling him in on kind of how X-Wing is kind of hitting a revival point and being community run. But yeah, I don't know if a lot of people expected us to be. I don't know if I expected us. If you were to tell me a year ago, Nick, X-Wing, Atomic Mass Games is going to end support for X-Wing, and at the same time, you're going to be streaming Lone Star Open, I would be confused. I'd be like, what do you mean? Like post AMG? Like, why would I go do that? It was awesome. All right, we're starting our time here. We're playing Scramble, by the way. Scramble, the transmissions. But yeah, it was just a huge success. I actually bought a little bit more gear to be able to do another one of these soon. Hopefully not too long from now, to be able to travel again and stream. We've got our Electro Proton Bomb being dropped, by the way. I'll get to the list in that EPB, but there it is. And we've got that 3D model dropping that fuse there. Yeah, we had, I think, the most viewers we ever had, if you don't count LVO with GSP, because they did use my computers, therefore my Twitch channel for a day, that had over 100. But I think the most viewers we had was like just like low triple digits, like 100 plus. We were sitting just under 80. So I'm hoping that our numbers continue to climb. Only a few of us who are continuing to support X-Wing the way that in terms of streaming, that we are. So Greg, Tim, and me, amongst a couple others. But in terms of consistency, I feel like that's the big 3 right now. And if I didn't mention your name, it's not me trying to purposely exclude you. I'm just off the top of my head. All right, let me break down the list here. Put my headphones on. We got Han Solo on the left here for Bug. We got the new Han with the XWASL here. We got Chewbacca, L337, Tobias Beckett, and Lando's Millennium Falcon. Also, this Han can do like, he can like slam and stuff too, which is kind of crazy. With coaxium injectors, after he flicks, you do speed 3 to 4 maneuver. You may spend 1 charge to perform a red slam action, even while stressed. After you perform a slam action, you may suffer 1 crit unless you expose. After you perform a slam action, you suffer 1 crit unless you expose 1 of your damage cards. We've got Iman Azamine. Iman likes to hook those bombs. He gets to, use all the templates basically. The ion bombs, the electroproton bomb, Andrasta, and Boba Fett. Captain Nim with Genius, Havoc, Concussion Bombs, Veteran Turret Gunner, Ion Cannon Turret, and Fearless. And then we have that 2-point Mining Guild Surveyor. Then on the right side, Grim for Inexpert Handling. Bring in Jango Fett with Veteran Tail Gunner, Slave 1, Delayed Fuses, Contraband Cybernetics, Seismic Charges, and Count Dooku. And then we have a 3-point I5 in Antex. Berber Kret with Predator. General Grievous has Solus 1, Impervium, and Outmaneuver. And then we've got Cad Bane with Xandu Blood, Contraband, Deadman Switch, and Synced Laser Cannons. Give him that 3-dice gun. What genius made Genius 0 points? I don't know. It's kind of a fever dream. Like I feel like I was in LSO like a month ago. It was only literally a couple days ago. Took me a while to get home, as O'Hare is a very big airport. So I walked it was like to get to the Uber after grabbing my bags. It was almost like an hour after getting off the plane. Yeah, Chris definitely deserves a shout out. Chris, I didn't include Chris in the mention just because Chris doesn't stream in person, but Chris certainly picks up a ton of games to give people the opportunity to watch. And that is God's work for sure, doing the Lord's work. GSP completely bailed out on streaming these days. I'm not sure, but I was actually petitioned by the TO at Nova to stream Nova, but Nova's in a week, and I can't do that. I said I'm really honored that you'd think of me, but I can't. I can't. I can't imagine what airfare even costs like that short note, that late notice, anyways. Yeah, we had a blank out there on attack dice, which is kind of funny. I've put in my request to stream Worlds, and if you guys want to support me and us streaming Worlds, 312 streaming Worlds, make some noise, make sure talk about it. I mean I'm a part of XWA. I've asked, but yeah, GSP won't be at Nova. I'm not sure what the plan is with Worlds, but we are more than capable of being able to handle Worlds at a very high level and with all the quality that we could ever ask for. So definitely do right by you guys if I'm able to do that. All right. Yeah, so no damage that turn. Exchanged a little slap fight there. We got second round coming right up. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not over here trying to speculate too much or speak for or talk down on GSP, but GSP is just not the same reliable source of X-Wing streaming as they used to be. And I don't think anyone can really disagree with that. They just aren't streaming as much anymore, Yeah, I'm not really looking to play that much high level X-Wing anymore. I feel like I've had a really good run, and I'm not saying never, I'm never gonna do it again, but I'm not really prioritizing it. So I'll totally be fine with not playing at Worlds. Now I'm sure I'll get the envy of man, look at everyone having a good time playing, because I definitely belong right in there in the trenches playing with everybody else. But at the same time, I feel like I think it's kind of my duty to try to serve the X-Wing community at this point, more so than play in the middle of it all the time. I'm not playing in the team league this season. I'm just captaining. You'll have I'm not playing at STO either. I'm just gonna help do commentary and hang out. It's London my trip to England is a vacation, so I really just like X-Wing is fun, but it's also like really like intense for me, and so I'm just gonna be on the stream with Tim in whatever capacity he'd like. But that's the plan, is to just like do commentary. And if their time really has passed, they've had world champion Inexpert, dude. I mean, it would be crazy to be. And for anybody thinking about it, it'd be crazy if I was world champion. I was like a game away from making top cut at Worlds too. I had a really good run, but I wasn't mad though. You know, I was a little disappointed, but like I'm usually really, really disappointed when that stuff happens to me, and I wasn't. Especially because like my game against Stephen Kim, we were playing Scramble and we had a lot of overlapping initiative, and I just moved first the whole game, and so I already knew I had no chance. So it was just like, it's one of those things where I just like, unfortunately I missed cut because of some factors that really were not my responsibility or like my fault, and so I think I kind of was able to cope easier because of that. The time of 312 has come. We have Gothmog in the chat. Yeah, and I mean, Levi and I talked about this a little bit at LSO, but the presence, I think, of having a stream just kind of, I think, validates the nature of the tournament a little bit. Just being like, oh, like this is like kind of a big deal, or like this is like we're taking this seriously. Like I think that really kind of sells it to the players too. And it sells it to people who maybe are like, you know, on the fence about X-Wing at this point, or don't realize the extent of how much, you know, of the fact that X-Wing is still doing pretty well when it comes to the community and people playing it still. They see that a convention like LSO that they're familiar with being streamed when it was official AMG is still being streamed after AMG. They're like, huh, interesting. Lord Raven, thank you so much for the sub. We get 186. We'll do a giveaway if we hit 200. I don't have any formal giveaway plans because we hit all of our goals, which I was not expecting. So again, thank you all. Well, I'll give away another Mando base plate if we can hit 200 whenever we do, or if we can hit that. Yeah, Taylor doesn't really play Scum. That is true, but he was really excited. He's talking a lot about how much he's intrigued by the new Han. And also, I don't know if y'all are drinking anything. Water. I'm gonna be drinking a high, or a Blue Moon. I always called it a High Noon. Blue Moon Light. I'm not a big beer drinker, but I do like Blue Moons. So I will be drinking that. We also had the battle of former and current world champions. Illy on the 312 crew taking down Kalen. That would have been quite a game. Although I heard it ended early, so I'm not sure how much the game would have been able to watch. Yeah, and also so if LSO wasn't streamed, it's tough because Nova's not going to be streamed, and it was important that LSO was streamed because it was the first one, right? It's a bummer that Nova's not being streamed. Like in a perfect world, like, you know, X-Wing streaming, you guys are so generous enough to give this channel, I mean, I'll just a lot of money, and we do a lot with it. But it'll never be a career, right? And so, but I do wish I had the free time to be able to just be like, hell yeah, you know, 2 weeks from now I'll be in Nova. So I hope. The other thing is just encouraging people in like local communities to pick up casually streaming. You know, there's ways to get into it that are cost effective, and I think that also helps just getting coverage of X-Wing games still. So if you guys ever have questions about streaming, let me know. I have a feeling Iman might be outmaneuvered there. Yeah. Han does have a way to roll an extra die if it's obstructed. Yeah, his ability, his main ability. All right. So Han does have obstructed to Django. It would be 3-on-3. And that's the shot we're taking here. Three hits, just natties. How many times have I said that? Oh, Django's going to take 2. Unless he Dooku'd an eyeball or something. But I don't think he did. I forgot to put the team names in for... Let me do that really quick. The Blast Doors. Man, that was a nice shot as well. But he's going to make him re-roll. L337. Spend the focus for 2. And Han spends and doesn't take anything. No, Han just rolls. Oh, I guess he would. Yeah, well, you're right. Hey, guys. Sorry, real quick. I think Han needs to roll 1 more defense die.
Roll 1 more defense?
Yeah, because you have ability plus obstruction, so you'd have 3. So it's just in terms of you having to spend your token or not, you might not have to, right?
For my attack against him?
No,
For when Django shot into you, you rolled 1 less than you were supposed to. You didn't roll the...
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Oh,
his
he
ability,
did or me did?
You did with Han. You just didn't roll enough defense dice, is what I'm saying.
You roll 2 dice, you get 3 because it's through
Yeah,
the
you
rock
get 3.
and the Han ability.
Is it? Oh, it is while you defend. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, the CAD's not shooting anyway, so it shouldn't matter, but it does.
Yeah, sorry.
It's
All
like,
right, so you spend your token, nothing changes. Thanks.
Yeah.
Okay. It's cool to have dice that match on TTS and in real life, like the same dice. Yeah, it's a may, but also like the obstruct. You could all. I mean, I'm not gonna make this argument, but one could argue that he didn't roll the obstruction bonus and he just rolled for Han, which wouldn't make sense, but it's possible. We never checked for the EPB. That's a kind of a big deal. And you guys are chat's gonna have to remind me what all the results are. I think that like if you roll blanks, you get disarmed. Eyeballs are like shields that or ions. So Grim's gonna roll first. 2 hits, which is 2 damage. Sorry, this is 2 damage on Grievous. And then we've got an ion and a couple shields down, or a shield down. 2 ions? I guess it's two ions on Iman. Mining guilds high. What are crits, y'all? Are crits the disarms? Oh, it is. Crits are disarms. That's crazy. Yeah, they have to definitely have to spend that charge. Focus hit is ion blank as shield. So yeah, if you don't have any shields, the EPB can't hurt you as much, huh? All right, so we're going into Burwer, who has an evade. Oh, Grievous just took his ions. Okay. Thanks. Burwer's still gonna take a crit though. Stun pilot. Yeah, it took hit crit. Not a good roll. That's half points. As we have half points in everything now. A welcome change. I kind of believe I'm actually saying this after years of not doing it. Outside of chance engagement. And this is General Grievous's outmaneuver shot. And gonna be re-rolling a couple. There you go. That's gonna be a hit crit. And Grievous didn't focus for some reason, but shields down on Iman. One away from half. Oh no, I was right. Man, I'm just letting y'all convince me. I did see him flip the shields and just totally forgot. Yeah, he does take ions and shields there. Yeah, you can see it there on the card. I'm just not being astute right now. That it's amazing. Hey, that's great. That's really good feedback to hear. Please keep sending me feedback like that my way. Well, any feedback, but people are asking me about what I'm hearing. Don't doubt yourself, Nick. Thanks, Johnny. Appreciate that. All right. It's 2-2. Scramble points do favor Grim. So he gets his 2 from scramble points. But Iman is 7 points. You get 3. You can get 1 more damage. Was Electro Proton Bomb a bounty? Are you still doing those? We are still doing those. Not he was a bounty. It's just not a bounty this season. Actually, I think it is in the bounties. Let me double check. Now I'm like second guessing everything. I'm not seeing it. If it is in there, it's for a faction specifically. I'll have to scroll through them all. But yeah, this season really excited. We had a bounty committee, so we had a bunch of people kind of put their minds together and create bounties, and then we picked the best ones. I tweaked them a little bit, and we put them in a Google form this time, so you can claim your bounties through a Google form now. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you, Milk Maker Maniac. Welcome, Lambolo. Everyone say hello to Lambolo, who's one of our biggest supporters, keeping the lights on. Cheers, y'all. Thank you, Katana Squadron. Thank you for that. I got the XWA shirt on, if in case any of y'all missed it. Hope you guys all had a good weekend. And if you weren't, whether you were watching our stream or not, if you weren't, you're dead to me. Got a lot of video editing to do to get all these replays up. I think I have a couple of List Chaos games. I got Team League games. Got the LSO games. You want my shirt off? Whoa, heyo! I don't know if you want my shirt all sweaty though. Maybe get a clean one. That's true. You couldn't watch the stream. I do still fault you for not watching the stream. You know you were there. Gonna have to hold that one against you. I'm sorry, man. It's great being a sub. I get to watch the live streams I missed. That is a great reason to sub. Thank you. Yes, exactly. Yeah. I know it's controversial to keep to keep the VODs behind a paywall per se, or for lack of a better term, but I have to incentivize our subscriptions. You know, it's an important aspect of what we do, and I think it's just a natural. It's like, hey, you want to watch things back, have access to replays immediately. I think that's fair. Otherwise, I don't even know what the purpose of it, besides getting emotes and ad-free, there's really not a lot of other reasons to sub, you know? So thank you all for subbing. TLDR. I do appreciate it. Ah, that does not clip the debris. That's nice, especially because you have a singular one rock that this poor mining guild tie can actually use his chassis ability on. Yeah, the ads seem to be getting out of control too. I mean, I'll tune into a stream and have like a minute and a half of ads or 2 minutes, and it's not me choosing for that. I think our ad revenue is like 20 cents. So it's really kind of crazy to subject viewers to watching that many ads. And you know, you would think if you're watching that many that the creator is doing it themselves, like, you know, and making money from it. But, you know, one, we're not. I wouldn't do that to you guys. Two, we're not. We don't make any ad revenue. It's kind of a weird thing. Twitch makes their money from ads. They don't want to give creators money from ads, though, because that's how they try to make their money back. So lots of bombs, though. Ion bomb on the left. We do have that cool little animated ion bomb. And we're 100% going to hit it again. If you're Grievous, just get ready to focus and do nothing else next turn. Yeah, it's like the biggest shot of the game, and here comes the ad. I get it, man. I'm sorry. It is nice that, like, you know, so they do it to you, but then they give you the chance to do the Twitch Prime sub, so you can, like, for free, like, get past the ads, which is nice. But you don't get like unlimited Prime subs, right? You get one. So if you're an avid Twitch viewer and supporting other creators, it's tough. I'm curious. That's a good question, actually. Let me look that up. I can't find an easy answer to that one. I have to do a lot more digging than I expected. Yeah, I'm curious. Like, I think it's based on viewership. So, like, if I had 20 people watching, we have 25 right now, and you guys reserved like 5 minutes of ads every 20 minutes or 30 minutes, which is crazy because there's only 25 of us. That the ad revenue, I just never see any of it, which I don't need. But if you have thousands of people watching, I can imagine you actually see some money from that. By total snafu on baked goods and intended targets. Yeah, I was really confused by that. I'm not gonna lie, but it's nice of you to send Greg some goods too. I guess he deserves them. I mean, it depends on what he likes to bake. I'm pretty flexible, and it's also like very, you do not have to send me cookies, but I'm also not gonna stop you because I love cookies. If we're talking about cookies, chocolate chip, oatmeal, I'm a big snickerdoodle fan. Those are my top three. But like peanut butter cookies, like, you know. Yeah, the turbo thing, I forget about that, man. Also, can we just like come back to the fact that Twitch's monetization platforms, like the modalities within Twitch, make no sense? Like, what's the point of subscribing a tier 2 or 3 besides getting like some like lame perks, like another more emotes? Like we all forget that there are tiers. There shouldn't be more than one tier because there's no point in subscribe. People do, for like bigger streamers, subscribe at a higher tier, but it's so much money. I don't see any value in it at all. And then bits. I don't like bits. I don't get it. It's weird. It's something I feel like that's a failed attempt at trying to make, giving money to the streamer more engaging or exciting, but I don't get it. I'm not gonna say no to snickerdoodles, man. Thank you. I love bread too. Yeah, sourdough bread is the bomb. What about Bitcoins? Yeah, just send me. Yeah, our next sub goal is gonna be just all we need is just 1 Bitcoin from you, and we'll give our sub goals. We'll hit our sub goal. Give away a Mando base plate for 1 Bitcoin. Am I right? All right, so Han gets the reroll with Tobias. Hit crit. Grievous, he gets to reroll 1. He might get out of this one. He has a focus. He doesn't. He takes 1. Well, let's see what the crit is. He can just impervium it. Well, if he yeets it, he's going to yeet it for sure. Oh, that's a panic pilot, isn't it? It is a panic pilot. Oh, no. PP. That actually really blows. 1 away from half. Now Django at the back. Unless Nim is holding it. Wait, no, that's Django's bomb. JK. JK! We're forgetting our bombs. How could we forget the electro-proton bomb? I think that's like wild. I'm gonna give them a second. I just typed it in the chat. Hey guys, that seismic charge is Django's, right?
Oh,
Dang it! Yeah, seismic charge.
bad.
Also, you guys are both going to jail for getting your electro-proton bomb. Like, how do you forget that? It's crazy.
Hey, it's his bomb.
That's crazy.
Seismic charge is fun. We're doing this rock and we're hitting the guild guy.
Okay, cool.
Is he the only one for range 1? It's just, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Thank you for representing us always and for everything that you do, man. really means a lot. Hopefully, I get to see you again soon. It was fun being able to hang out with you. It wasn't very long, unfortunately, but at Worlds we got to shoot the shit and drink a little gin and tonic. Oh, it's like that's what it's all about. Django takes just one, or takes nothing, right? Oh, he's got his shields down. Wow, I missed that. Took 2 a second ago. Now he takes 1, and he's halved. Boom, that's 4 points. Yes, that would be awesome. Burwer now into Iman can get half points back. It would be a trade down by 1, but still, that's 2 hits. Definitely possible. Need a blank result from Iman, and you get it. He's gonna take 1. That's a damage card, and that's 3 points. Good luck, Bender. The Bezo sub, exactly. Yeah, don't step on the ball. No, no kidding. Actually reminds me, I gotta post our co-ed softball game. I haven't done that in our group chat yet. I usually am the one that posts when the game is and people RSVP. Grievous re-rolling again. I think, did he mean to change? All right, yeah, Grievous is fine. Ugh, stepping on a softball, I cannot imagine what that does to someone. I'm gonna have to read Berber's ability here in a second. Oh man. This is into Nim, it looks like, range 3. Nim takes 2. Gonna move Nim up a little bit there. Nothing for the Mining Guild. And it's +1 for Taylor, +2 for Grim, and we got ourselves a tie ball game heading to the 4th round. Oh, okay, got it. I thought he would have spent his focus there. So Iman is 2 damage cards. Yep, I see it. Thanks. Each friendly ship with calculate on its action bar and a lock on the defender may perform a red calculate action. Yeah, that's a lot. Very, very, very conditional. Grim Gromblechuk, is that right? It's a long name. Grim Gromblechuk. Yeah, not Grimwolf. Different one. Yeah, I like Predator better than Lone Wolf. Lone Wolf makes more sense on a ship that I actually really take advantage of it. I don't know, Burwar's really doing much with Lone Wolf. So it's clear that Han's not going to be the target here for Grim. But unfortunately, he's got a panicked pilot and ionized Grievous. He's going to have no tokens. Yeah, and Han's probably just going to go get right in his face and get a 4-die shot at range 1. He could take Grievous out, potentially. So Grim needs to protect Grievous, who's now 5 points. Remember, he used to be 4 for a while. I think it's time that Cad and Django can try to bully Captain Nim. See the Mining Guild tie, or sorry, not the Mining Guild tie. Burwar probably 1 hard. Threaten Nemon, but could drop another bomb. So. Yeah, Django's probably just gonna. I would think he might just do a 1 straight, but he's getting out there in the corner, huh? Yeah, gotta. Sometimes you gotta armchair. We do have 1 more game after this, guys. 2 games tonight, and we're streaming on Sunday as well. So don't forget it. Give us those streams. Hell yeah. Give it to me. Awesome, man. I'm glad the procedure went well. Did you get LASIK? Like, what is this eye procedure? Speaking of procedures, I don't know. Some of you guys don't know this, but I actually got a hair transplant a couple weeks ago. You'd be like, where? I still see your hairline. And it's like, I actually got it here. Got it back here. So it was a very interesting procedure, but I'm happy I did it. It's gonna take a while for the hair to grow, though. Trabeculoblast. What the hell? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I sure did. They gave me like this bag. Don't worry, I'll get back to the game. With these little hats that I had to wear for a while. It was like the post-op was a unique experience. You just basically have to keep your head protected for a while as I just dropped my beer on the floor. Thankfully, it didn't hit too much, but a shirt. That's one way to drink most of my beer, though. Was it painful? I'll talk about it. I do need to clean this up, though, so I'll be right back, guys. I'll talk about that in a second, but I just need to get a paper towel. Yikes. I wish you guys could have seen it. Maybe put the camera on the floor, get a little beer spill cam. BRB. All right, y'all, what'd I miss? What did I miss? All right, Django takes another. Our next sub goal is 14. 14 more subs. But you've gifted enough with LSO. Don't even think about it. You have no power here. All right, Han and a Grievous. Oh my god, that is nasty. This could be it. Grievous does have 2 Impervium charges left, though. He can roll any evades here. He rolls 1. So hit crit. Crit is a wounded pilot. Oh my god, he cannot discard again. How? Oh, that's so rare. Both crits coming in are ones he cannot get rid of. That's half points. It's 9-7. And there's going to be another shot. The Mining Guild will have a shot into Grievous. Django's not going to have anything, which is a huge disappointment. Nim's not going to have anything. Maybe Cad can get half points. Yeah, those are some nice dials, aren't they? And then another one in Emon. 3 damage left. Berwer takes another damage. He's down to 1. He's dead. He's just got deleted. I couldn't tell the way he flipped those cards. It was like, you think he's dead? Now Grievous, he's still alive, which is nice. But unfortunately shooting at Han, who hasn't taken any damage and rolls just ass. Only 1 hit. So Taylor playing well right now, doing well. And of course, insult to injury, Han rolls the evade. You got a synced laser cannon shot into Nim.
Crush your enemies! Grind their bones into
So good.
Make them regret they were ever born!
Make them regret they were ever born! The Oil Baron is just one of the best recent SNL sketches. Oh man, Nim. Nim only takes 1. 1 away from half, but not halves. He thought maybe he'd get it there. So Grim falling behind. He's down 4 points now. Oh, Grievous, poor guy. Can't re-roll and get the evade, and he dies. Just a whimper. Just been a bit of a frustrating game for CIS here. Just not doing much. So it's 16-8 now after the middle was scrambled by the Mining Guild tie, who finishes off Grievous. Things are looking pretty good for the Blast Doors here in this matchup. It's week 2 this series between Inexpert handling and the Blast Doors.
How do I get out of this chicken shit outfit? How do I get out of this chicken shit outfit?
That one's for Andre.
How do I get out of this?
I told you guys that I've only saw Aliens for the first time, like not even a year ago. Anyway, someone asked about if it was painful. We're talking about my hair. You didn't try the minoxidil, and I try it all, man. I take finasteride now. I do use minoxidil every day. But I started losing my hair in my early 20s, and I didn't do anything about it until like a few years ago, really a couple years ago. Not great, Bob. They injected. They numbed the back of my head and the side of my head. Not great, Bob. And injected Novocaine all the way up to like here. So that was the most painful, was just getting shots into my head for 20 minutes or so. But then once everything was numb, they like picked the hairs and moved them and like they were cutting into part of my head too, to like very micro small incisions to plant the hair, and I couldn't feel any of that. So it was all because of all the numbing. But then my head was a little sore and swollen for a couple of days, but the pain was pretty manageable. They gave me some painkillers that helped, but I didn't. You guys wondering maybe why I was wearing a hat at LSO. I usually don't wear hats during streams very often, and it was because of, you know, my protecting my head, you know. What could you have done though? So that's the thing, is that the only way to really regrow your hair is to actually get a procedure done. Oh, the dinner guy, like, just such an iconic logo, man. But minoxidil like keeps your hair healthy and can stimulate like small growth at a small level, and then finasteride slows down and almost stops hair loss. So I haven't really lost any more hair since I started taking that. Yeah, I think my hair looks fine. I mean, it's just a little bit of a bald spot that was starting to form, and I wanted to take care of it. I don't want to shave my head or be bald or be a George Costanza, you know. Serenity now, serenity now. Bald. Some people can pull it off. I can't, you know. Yeah, you think so, Desi? Yeah, I appreciate that, Lambolo. I plan on it. I do plan on it. Yeah, yeah, at that point, you know, you just make I think the right call is to shave it off, but I have a lot of hair still, so, or I think I do. And again, if you're like, well, you don't have a lot, they buzz my hair. I had a lot more before this operation, but I had it cut pretty extremely thin. You know, this is a very thin haircut, so, you know. God, I spaced out. I was like, oh, I gotta switch scene. That's it for Iman. Sorry, multitasking. That's a big kill, though. Huge. Django doing his thing. So, cornering Grievous, and now Iman getting cornered in exchange. It's 16-12. He's
done.
Oh, I love this redeem.
I don't know where, you are, but you may want to start
changing your ways. Or changing your name.
Or changing your name.
Oh, iconic. I love that guy. Or changing your name. Oh! All right.
Please clap.
Oh, it's beautiful.
How much we got left on Django now? 3.
I'll make that deal. How about you, you bitch? You make that deal? I don't blame you. Damn good deal.
Hey, what's up, Sherman? Welcome. Cheers. Team League X-Wing, baby. I'm wondering if we're contemplating something, or they're setting dials with the firing arc spawned. Is that what they're doing? That's weird. I was like genuinely confused. So 18 to 13. Taylor still has the objective advantage.
Come back!
Leave now and never come back. Time to drop another bomb. Yeah, Nim is one away from half, and Grim can get a couple more points, but it might be too little too late, really, with positioning. There's no way he can get the middle point, so this game is pretty much over. Side by side, look at that. Hello, Django.
Please clap.
Yeah, every point matters, though. Exactly. Thank you, Chris. Amen. It's a major tiebreaker here. We ain't doing SOS with the league. Score as many points as you can. That's why even when you see the writing on the wall and you're like, I can just concede and it'll be 2013. Just like see if you can get to 15 points. See if you can get to 16 points, you know? Yeah, redeems are fun, man. I'm behind on like updating those. It's not a high priority of mine, but I do like want to go through. I've said this so many times. I talked about doing something. I just haven't done it. Yeah, but Lambolo has just a few credits. Does it really say 1.290 million credits? Is that what am I reading that right? That is half on Nim, though. Weapons failure. So Grim pulls closer. Lord Raven, thanks for swinging by. Appreciate it. Have fun at game night tonight. Should I fly FO or Scum? We'll be playing against the CIS list, but no idea what. Oh man, I would say Scum. I think I have been kind of craving playing a little bit of Scum personally, because the new Scum stuff feels like super new to me as well. So maybe you can kill Django here. You have a weapons failure, but you have a double tap as well. Did Django take any more damage there? He's 1, 2, 3. How many cards does he have? 1, 2, 3. Oh, he's got one hole left now. Yeah, that's it. Django goes down. Crazy if you could get Nim here. Three. Oh my gosh. 3, but no crits. Nim ends up on one hole.
Impossible!
You can't do that. Shoot her or something. All right, so the final score is going to end up being 24-16. The Blast Doors with a nice showing. Let me take a look at the Team League standing, or the first week